Good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas Nigellus Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem
Enough.
has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead. And you're... perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. You belong in Slytherin!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you.
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Very well. Aspiration.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room. I suppose some introductions are in order.
Did you see the way things were all stiff? Yeah, they were talking through. I can't imagine stuff.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new fifth year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Might want to think that again. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate.
Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kogawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
I think I heard one.
Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
Ha! You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Revelio.
Good morning. I trust you're...
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
Well, you are. Now, in light of your... Especially...
Oh,
Here you are.
thank you, Professor, but...
Walk with me and... This way. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on
Revelio.
and see what details the field guide can provide? Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. All that's happening here, it's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. And I'd like to be sure...
Good.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become warriors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronen. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an...
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor...
Oh?
Yes.
Ah.
Good luck today. And...
Revelio! Lumos.
Forgotten more than I'll ever know about. There's no bed. I wouldn't say Professor Howard.
It's good to see you, Professor. I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor... The map is in...
Oh.
Good thing Professor Weasley takes her role seriously.
Revelio. Revelio.
Me neither.
Revelio.
You make a point!
Revelio.
To go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flash.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boots and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
I can appreciate Hogsmeade all year round.
Revelio.
My siblings and I are all at Hogwarts together. Your mother doesn't know what to do.
Revelio.
I'm glad I don't have to stay in the castle for the holidays. I find the moving staircase
This is my sister's first year at Hogwarts. Every part
You mess.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift... I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, hmm? So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, that's it! Not to worry. Splendid! Stay focused. Very good. Very good. Point. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What's this? That is how it's done.
Excellent control there.
There we go. Well done. Here we go. Yes!
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
That's it.
Let us do this. There we go. Quite impressive. Here we go. That is how it's done.
Happens to the best of us. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. I think Professor Rono wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans. If you're so
A word, if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Is that all you've got?
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember? So, now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks. Now, I want the fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Levioso! I do enjoy my duels. Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and all right, that's enough spectacle for one day.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect...
Exclude?
Till next time.
Mama, I forgot how fun this game was. Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't played it in a while, and I'm playing it again, and I forgot how fun it was. Okay. 1 and a spider soul. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever it is.
Revelio. Revelio.
Another selection for you all.
Revelio.
Glad you could make it.
Revelio.
Just up there.
Leviosa!
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
I coordinated you.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, your first...
Get me in the ring.
Splendid. Splendid. Splendid.
We'll make you regret signing.
Internet.
Nice work. Sebastian was... Hope to see you back here again. Just wait till I've grown a bit.
Next time you need a partner for crossed wands, don't hesitate to call on me.
I'm adopted.
Revelio.
Staircases, and this is where they put me.
Revelio. What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing. I trust your first...
They did.
I heard as much from Professor...
1 second. 1 second.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a Streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In...
Professor Ronen did mention... I'm eager to get Dol. I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather...
I want to get your blanket now. Is this blanket okay? Yeah, yeah. I'm really cold. Does it look like Daddy's blanket? No. Does it smell like it? No. Freddie. 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 Oh, Freddie. Oh, Freddie. Freddie, please, dude. Oh, Tucker. Oh, Freddie, please. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Freddie. Up. Down. Freddie, you make me scared. Who's really embarrassed? where's Uncle Josh? In bed. And what? In bed. So why'd he go to the ER? Is his EKG low?
Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Ah, there you are.
You haven't... I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. A flying page. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Oh,
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Reparo!
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
possibly be as difficult as...
Well, fancy meeting you.
Revelio.
I refuse to have
myself. I'll take a man.
Hello, Sebastian.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
You think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, You can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Demi-guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place, I don't know if it's the shops or the... There's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
If it thinks it's got half a chance, a werewolf would be on you like no trumpets.
So how would you like... And a short list... Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Did you want to watch me practice?
Nothing warms a body like incendio.
Revelio!
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you.
Curious indeed.
How to make Draco Malfoy's wand in Hogwarts Legacy.
How to make Draco Malfoy this wand in Hogwarts Legacy.
Yo, what's up, wizard? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to create a wand that is very similar to Draco Malfoy's wand in Hogwarts Legacy. So once you have the Hogsmeade quest and you're inside the wand shop, before you finalize your wand, there are a couple of things that you want to change so that you can create a wand that's very similar to Draco Malfoy's wand. When you head into the wand style tab, my recommendation will be to go with the classic gray brown so that...
How intriguing.
The structure of the wand looks very similar to how Draco Malfoy's wand would look like. It doesn't look completely like Draco Malfoy's wand, but you are restricted in the amount of different options that you have in customizing your wand. Now for the next tab, which is the wood type you want to have is Hawthorn. It is going to be right around the middle.
Curious indeed.
And it's going to be this dot. Now the length you want to have for the wand is going to be 10 inches, and it's going to be the third dot from the left. For the flex.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
Stability of the wand, you want to have it so that it is slightly springy. It is going to be the seventh dot from the...
How intriguing.
Now for the next tab, which is the wand core options, you want to select unicorn hair. And then when you go back to the finalized wand tab, the wood type you want to have is Hawthorn. The core type should be unicorn hair. The flexibility should be slightly springy. And the wand length should be 10 inches. And your wand style should be classic gray brown. Now keep in mind this is all purely cosmetic and it doesn't affect gameplay, but this is how you will create a wand that is very similar to Draco.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing. Phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare, and a core with a strong sense of initiative. A unicorn hair wand is most reliable and faithful to its owner.
Curious indeed.
A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly. How intriguing. What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did...
Good.
And the...
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me, sir.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Wonder what Merlin would think of the wizard.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student.
I believe so, sir.
If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian. Revelio.
Wait till you see the prince.
Revelio. Revelio. I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it! Let me we'll wear him down eventually. What was that? He takes his own medicine. Nicely done! That's right, you lumbering mouse! He's faltering! A few more hits to do the job!
Goodness! A second troll.
I suppose.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
What? And we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that.
I've
The
no
makings of
right.
an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed,
Prepare. A moment, if you would. Lucky they didn't do more damage. Revelio. Accio. Reparo. Best thing for Officer Singh to worry. There.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you. And as I suspect this won't be your last.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do.
Honestly, what it sounded like. Ito yung creepy ako. Yakub.
I'd say we...
I sell even more battle work. you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well.
Is Sirona Ryan a man
what can
or a woman?
Oh, there's a face I haven't
According
seen
to
before.
Forbes, while Sirona doesn't outright say
It's my
that she's
first
a
time
trans woman,
Welcome.
she implies it through her dialogue
Butterbeer's on
when she
me.
talks about her old classmates and says, took them A.
Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are...
Rebecca Root.
How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come
What does Rebecca Root
No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy.
Hello again, I'm
Watch
Sarah
your back.
O'Connell, and I want you all
Rookwood
to
and
sing
Harlow
along
are
at
worse
home
than
as I
any
cue the
troll you
theme
might
tune.
encounter.
Welcome to Wednesday the 6th of
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood? What are you
have
not
a bit
telling
of
me?
breakfast before making our
I
way
promise
by
to tell you
coach
everything,
onto location for filming.
but it's perhaps
So
best I
you've
do
all heard
that
of
later.
Southern Fried Chicken. Their catering department had Northern Fried Chicken,
And on
which I
that
thought was
note,
brilliant.
I think we should head back to the
Crew were all
castle.
incredibly friendly. They knew everybody's names. We all had a lot of fun on set, and I made some fantastic new friends. I did 3 days of filming, so there's a good chance you might see the back of my head or my elbow in a scene, so be sure to... Now, you've got a week to get involved with filming. I had to get up pretty early at 4 in the morning each day, and with the team in about 4. Report our censor Sarah O'Connell show and Father Ted, chips and life in general.
Take your money to the next level and get a 4% APY on uninvested cash. Earn it.
Life in general. Also follow 1,050 entendres due to overwhelming
When I was growing up, there were 3 different types of drills I remember us doing in school.
fan support and DVDs alive and
At the BBC commissioned Tiger Aspect to make a pilot, which we made in February 2014, which and 20.
Well, how did you get throughout the years? Usually spiral with Boy Meets Girl star Rebecca Root. I'll just quickly turn on the audio commentary for a piece of bonus trivia. This episode was filmed on a completely different day to the interview, but I've put on the same clothes for continuity. Now, you played Judy in Boy Meets Girl. How did you get involved in the show, and can you tell me a bit about it for the uninitiated?
Well, I was first approached to audition for the table read for the pilot. That
What was Rebecca Root's name? What was Rebecca Root's male name?
Repair.
I'm so...
How was work?
I suppose I'm not allowed up there. Seems that's off limits to me. Guess I won't be going up there. Up there. Guess I won't be going up there. I can't go up there.
Where do the professors sleep? They don't share a common room like the students, do they?
I adore spending sunny afternoons in the Viaduct courtyard. Wonderful place to practice Accio on other students' books.
I'd wager Ravenclaw Tower has some of the best views in the castle. Someone saw a hippogriff fly right past the window once.
Wish I could see what Hogwarts looks like to muggles. Bet it's terrifying.
I wonder how many secret passages Hogwarts actually has. I stumbled on one the other day. Couldn't find my way out for hours. Missed my favourite meal I did. Kidney pie.